What is psychology? Psychology is the scientific study of human behavior and mental processes. It is a broad field of study that can be broken down into many subfields. When psychologists study mental processes and behavior, they aim to understand how people perceive the world and their experiences in it. To discover patterns in human behavior, especially in social interactions, and to design interventions to change or correct undesirable behaviors. Psychology is a relatively young science with its roots in philosophy. It was originally seen as a branch of philosophy that would examine the mind and have more to do with moral development, but over time it gained more independence from philosophy. The first traces of psychology can be seen as far back as 3500 BC, when Egyptian hieroglyphics displayed signs of emotion and suffering. Egyptians believed that gods caused pain, and that these gods could be appeased by animal sacrifice or prayer for relief from their suffering. For a long time, psychology was more of an art than a science. It was not until the early 20th century that it became more scientific and modernized. During the 19th century, psychological laboratories emerged at universities across Europe and North America, which were dedicated to experimental research on both healthy individuals and those suffering from mental illnesses like schizophrenia or depression. Modern psychology has been influenced by many other fields that have developed over the years, such as neuroscience, neuroeconomics, evolutionary biology, and developmental psychology. As these fields continue to evolve, so does modern psychology. Psychologists are interested in understanding not just what makes us tick, but also why people have various thought patterns. It has many practical applications, like learning how to better market to customers, or treating mental illness and addiction, or how to improve how we interact with each other. Studying psychology enables us to better understand ourselves, others, and the world around us. What is philosophy? Philosophy is one of the oldest and most universally accessible disciplines. The word philosophy is believed to have been first mentioned in Plato's Republic, where he tells how society evolves from organized violence to codes of law, then finally to the rule of reason. A philosophy is the intellectual and moral investigation of existential questions, including some that are specific to the human species. These include questions such as, how should one lead one's life? Or is there a God? Philosophers use various tools, such as logic and reasoning, to help them understand the answers to these questions. The study of philosophy has taken on different manifestations since ancient Greek times. In ancient Greece, philosophers such as Plato and Aristotle established the foundations of Western philosophy. They wrote about a wide range of topics, such as mathematics, astronomy, politics, and ethics. These philosophers then continued to influence people throughout Western culture until the 20th century. Another way to look at philosophy is that it is the study of wisdom and understanding. It is a type of intellectual investigation and inquiry that focuses on the justification for beliefs or a system of knowledge. It can be applied to various different disciplines. We can find philosophy everywhere, from daily interactions at work to visiting museums or restaurants with friends. It is a big part of politics, education, and other aspects of everyday life. While studying philosophy may seem irrelevant for many people in the corporate world, it is a good way to look at human life and question a few of our own perceptions. It helps with the process of thinking critically about the big puzzles of life and living. What is economics? Economics can be defined as the branch of knowledge concerned with the production, consumption, and transfer of wealth. Economics is the study of how people, businesses, and societies choose to allocate scarce resources. The first principle in economics is scarcity. This principle implies that resources are limited and cannot be created or destroyed. The second principle is choice. This principle states that individuals have the freedom to make choices about what they do with their limited resources. The third principle is trade-offs. This principle states that every choice has an opportunity cost associated with it. For example, if you buy a $5 coffee from Starbucks, you are foregoing the opportunity to spend your money on something else like a $10 shirt at Macy's instead. The birth of economics as a separate discipline happened around 1776 when Adam Smith created an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nations. The two main branches of economics are microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics is a branch of economics that deals with the behavior of individual market participants and the resulting interactions among these individuals and markets. Macroeconomics, on the other hand, is a branch of economics that studies the economy as a whole, not just individual markets and industries. It can be applied to any country, region, or group of countries. Overall, economic analyses are often used to determine whether a particular policy will be effective or efficient in achieving its stated goals. The goal might be increasing national income or reducing poverty. The significance of economics has been growing in recent decades. As the world becomes more globalized, it is important to understand how economics affects the world and what the future holds. Studying economics will prepare you to think strategically and make decisions that are in the best interest of your business, such as where to redeploy a profitable product or how to optimize an investment portfolio. There is particular demand for people who studied economics or finance, as they are prepared for a range of jobs in banking and the financial sector, such as accounting, corporate finance, insurance, equity investing, etc. Studying economics can help people get a better understanding of our world and make efficient choices in response to the many changes that happen. It provides an important perspective on people, markets, business, and government, among others. What is anthropology? Anthropology is the study of the origins, behavior, and physical and social development of humans. The discipline has 4 branches: archaeology, biological anthropology, linguistic anthropology, and cultural anthropology. The word originates from the anthropos, person, and logos, speech. Anthropology is the scientific study of humankind. It demystifies culture by examining it. Anthropology is a social science that encompasses the synthesis of biological anthropology and cultural anthropology in order to address questions relative to human biology, in relation to religious, economic, and political beliefs or practices. Anthropologists often use methods used by sociologists and take a more reflexive stance on issues with their subject matter. Anthropologists go to different parts of the world to study human evolution and culture. They are interested in why people have similar or different cultural practices. They also research all aspects of folk religions, rituals, beliefs, taboos, and superstitions as part of their practice. Both cultural and physical anthropology are a study into human evolution, with both groups using their own interpretations and methods for understanding the field's distinct topics related to culture, society, and biology. Studying anthropology takes many years of data-driven intensive studies in understanding and documenting the riches of the human cultural universe, and has both an academic discipline as well as an applied profession. To study anthropology means more than just understanding the world in which we live. It means understanding ourselves by learning about the many worlds of humanity and our varied ways of doing things. To meet other cultures, visit other countries, talk with their people, and observe how they behave is a process that changes every person who takes part in it. What is sociology? Sociology is the systematic study of human society, social interactions, and the patterns of behavior that emerge within various social structures. Just as psychology seeks to understand individual behavior and mental processes, sociology focuses on the broader context of human existence by examining how people interact within groups, communities, and societies. Emerging in the 19th century, sociology's roots can be traced back to the period of profound societal changes brought about by the Industrial Revolution and urbanization. Auguste Comte, a French philosopher often referred to as the father of sociology, coined the term in the 1830s. Comte's emphasis on using scientific methods to study society laid the foundation for the discipline's growth. Sociology encompasses a range of topics, from understanding the dynamics of social institutions like family, education, and religion, to exploring social inequalities based on factors such as race, gender, and socioeconomic status. One of the pivotal figures in early sociological thought was Emile Durkheim, who in the late 19th century conducted groundbreaking research on suicide rates, highlighting how social factors could influence individual behavior. Max Weber, a German sociologist, contributed to the field by emphasizing the significance of Verstehen, or empathetic understanding, when studying human actions. He explored the relationship between religion, capitalism, and the rise of modernity, offering insights into the complex interplay between culture, economy, and society. The early 20th century saw the emergence of the Chicago School of Sociology, which focused on urban environments and the impact of city life on individuals. Scholars like Robert Park and Jane Addams studied urbanization, immigration, and the formation of subcultures within cities, shaping our understanding of urban dynamics and social change. Sociology has expanded to encompass diverse subfields, each with its own specialized focus. For instance, symbolic interactionism, a perspective championed by George Herbert Mead, examines how individuals develop a sense of self through interactions with others. Conflict theory, associated with Karl Marx, investigates the role of power, inequality, and social conflict in shaping societies. The mid-20th century brought the rise of structural functionalism, as advocated by Talcott Parsons. This approach views society as a complex system of interconnected parts, each contributing to its overall stability and functioning. Concurrently, C. Wright Mills introduced the concept of the sociological imagination, encouraging individuals to connect personal experiences to larger societal issues. Contemporary sociology continues to evolve with the integration of new methodologies and technological advancements. The digital age has brought about fresh avenues for studying virtual communities, online interactions, and the impact of technology on social behavior. Additionally, globalization has spurred investigations into the interconnectedness of societies and the ways in which global forces influence local dynamics. In conclusion, sociology is an intricate study of human society that analyzes interactions, institutions, and societal structures. Its contributions extend to shaping public policies, addressing social issues, and providing insights into the complex fabric of societies worldwide. Through its systematic analysis, sociology enables us to comprehend the intricacies of social life and the forces that shape our collective human experience. What is art? Art can be described as something that is created by humans for self-expression or entertainment. It can be in any form, such as painting, sculpture, music, poetry, or dance. It can be a physical object or an intangible idea. What makes something art is often up for debate. Some people might say that if an artist declares something to be art, then it is art. Others might believe that there must be some sort of underlying meaning or purpose behind the work in order for it to be considered art. Ultimately, what matters most is the opinion of the individual. Art is a very subjective thing, and everyone has their own definition of what it means to them. Art is a product of the human experience. Since the dawn of humanity, people have been creating art. From cave paintings to modern-day sculpture, art has been used to express our ideas, our feelings, and our sense of identity. Art has evolved over time, and what is considered art has changed accordingly. In the early days, art was largely about functional objects, things that were made to be used. With the development of photography and other forms of mass media, art began to be about the presentation of the artist's vision, rather than the object itself. Today, there is no single definition of art. It is a subjective term, and everyone has their own definition based on their own personal experiences and preferences. There are countless forms of art, each with its own unique history and meaning. There are the traditional forms of art, like painting and sculpture, which have been around for centuries. There are also more contemporary forms of art, like performance art and installation art. Each form of art has its own unique history and meaning. Painting, for example, can be traced back to the cave paintings of prehistoric man. Sculpture evolved from the need to create three-dimensional objects in a two-dimensional art world. The purpose of art has also changed over the years. In the past, it was used mainly for religious or ceremonial purposes. Today, it is more often used for personal expression or to communicate a message to the viewer. Over the centuries, art has played a significant role in society and culture. Art is used to express ideas and emotions, to tell stories, and to document history. It can be used to bring people together or to divide them. It can be used to celebrate the beauty of the world or to criticize it. Art is a reflection of the artist's culture and society. It can be used to communicate timeless truths or to reflect the changing values of a particular time period. What is considered art has changed over time and will continue to change as new artists emerge and new styles develop. Valuable artwork must display some level of technical skill in its execution. This could be anything from a realistic painting to a completely abstract sculpture. The level of skill required will vary depending on the medium, but in general, the viewer should be able to tell that the artist has put time and effort into perfecting their craft. In addition to technical skill, an artwork must also have some sort of emotional impact. The best artworks are those that make us feel something, whether it's happiness, sadness, anger, or anything in between. A truly great artwork will stay with us long after we've seen it, resonating in our minds and hearts long after the initial viewing. Art can have a profound effect on our emotions and our thoughts. It can challenge our beliefs and our preconceptions, and it can make us see the world in new and different ways. Art can also be a source of great joy and beauty. It can lift our spirits and make us feel more connected to the world around us. When we engage with art, we are broadening our horizons and opening ourselves up to new experiences. We are also making a statement about who we are and what we value. Learning about and creating art can have many benefits. It can improve your cognitive skills, help you express yourself in a healthy way, and give you a greater appreciation for the world around you. Creating art can be therapeutic. It can help you work through difficult emotions and experiences. It can also be a fun and rewarding hobby. Learning about art can give you a better understanding of the world and the people in it. It can also help you see things from different perspectives and appreciate beauty in unexpected places. The answer to the question, what is art, is difficult to define because, like beauty, it is in the eye of the beholder. However, art can generally be described as a form of creativity that is used to express emotions or ideas. No one knows for sure how art will evolve in the future and what new forms of art will come into existence. Artificial intelligence can now be used to create new art by generating images, music, and poetry, and will contribute significantly to art's evolution in the future.